Hi guys, I'm back at it again with another video. Do you like my peach shirt? It's an old lady shirt that I got from Goodwill. Here it is in all of its glory. It has peaches on it, my favorite fruit. I'm just popping in to explain the video that I am about to show you. So basically I just film myself drawing this drawing and decided to do like a small tutorial on how I do this because some people have asked me to show how I do that, and by some people I mean two people, one of those people being my friend, so you know who you are. Basically, I started talking about a series in this video that I'm once again about to show you, and I didn't really explain that in the voiceover, so I just wanted to come on here really quick and explain that I'm doing an astrology series that consists of me drawing the astrology signs as what I would picture them to look like in a nutshell. And I'm putting that on my art Instagram, which should be linked down below. Shameless plug. Yeah, I'm just really excited for the series. This is my second drawing in the series. It is the Taurus, so I'm going in order. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Hi guys, voiceover Hannah once again. So basically, I'm starting this little Taurus sketch. I'm just sketching out the little face. I did the face mainly off camera because it was really hard to try to like look over the table, and I usually don't sketch on my table. I usually sketch with my lap on my lap. Yeah, I had a little like table set up here so everything was steady and I could record this. Anyway, for my little Taurus sketch, I wanted to incorporate the constellations, the symbols, and the animals, or I guess the symbols. Yeah, I guess the symbols. I don't know what I was going with. So basically for Taurus, the animal or the symbol that she is represented by is the bull. So for my Aries, I drew my little Aries girl with a ram, since the ram is what, you know, is what Aries is represented by. I can't speak. This is such a bad day to do a voiceover. I can't speak. So basically, I thought that I would make my little Taurus girl look like she's holding a Taurus. Oh god, I can't speak. Okay, I thought I'd make it look like she was holding a bull, but a stuffed bull, like a stuffed animal that maybe she won at the fair or something. So that's basically what I'm sketching out now. It looks a little bit creepy. Moving on to the hair. So for the hair, I basically try to be as loose as possible. Because hair is very flowy, and I used to not understand that. I used to make like brick hair. But for her hair, I thought it'd be really cool to give her pigtails because I thought that kind of represented the horns that a Taurus has. Or not a Taurus, I keep wanting to call bulls Tauruses. Anyway. So yeah, I gave her little pigtails, which I thought was really cute, and I put some loose strands, like she's not all put together because horses are very lazy and we don't really care what we look like. I say that even though I am a Taurus and I care a lot about how I look like, but then again I have a Virgo rising sign, which I think kind of forces me to care what I look like to other people, not to mention my Libra moon sign. Anyway, I digress. Half of y'all probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I'm going on to the butt. Her body looked really awkward to me, something about it. I don't know. I'm just not really, I guess, used to drawing butts or legs in general, or the backside of people in general. You'll see me changing up the back, the arms, the elbow, the butt a lot, and I actually went off camera and I changed that a lot because it just was not looking right to me, and in the end I think it turned out well, especially when I started on the clothes and I put some shorts on her. So yes, yeet, whatever. Speaking of clothes, I went off camera and I started sketching out her clothes. My initial thought for making her clothes was to put her in some high-waisted pants and a tucked-in shirt, just kind of a loose tucked-in shirt was what my idea was, but I didn't really like that idea. I just wanted to put her in something very carefree, very chill, since Tauruses tend to be very chill. So instead of pants, I decided to put her in some high-waisted shorts. Very cute. I really liked how they turned out in the end. By the way, I do use references for my clothes. People have asked me that. And side tangent, I don't understand why people don't like using references. I don't see a problem in using references unless you're 100% copying them. Or, oh, speaking of references, here's the reference. Anyway, back on my tangent. I don't understand why people hate on using references so much. Like, I know I've had people ask me like, oh, did you use a reference for that? And I'm like, yeah, I did use a reference. And then they're instantly less impressed by it. Like, I don't understand it. It's not like I'm copying something. It's not like I'm copying someone else's art. There's obviously a problem if you're copying someone else's art, but I don't. I just look up a reference for a shirt and then I'll copy that shirt, or I'll look up a reference for shorts. It's not like I'm copying something 100%. I'm still using my talent and I'm still being creative with what I do. Not to mention, it's very, very crucial for a beginning artist to use references so they get everything correct. Even the best artists use references, so side tangent over. Here I am fixing this shirt. I decided I didn't want a tucked in shirt. I didn't like how that looked, so I ended up changing it to a crop top. And I just kind of messed around with how it looked. I really liked how the clothes turned out. Here's the final product. I added a nose ring because all Taurus girls have nose rings. On to the inking process of this all. I don't show much of this, but basically I use my micron pens from Sakura. They're very nice. They go very good with alcohol-based markers. So, oh look, there's my eyebrow, just chilling there. Here's it all finished and inked. Very, very nice. Basically, after I ink it the initial time and after I erase all the sketches and stuff, I'll go back over it and thicken some of the curves, some of the lines to make the lines look more interesting, because I feel like it just makes everything look more interesting if there's thicker lines and stuff like that. So now I'm going to start coloring in with my Copic markers. I got these. These are the skin tones. I just felt like it was probably better investing in the skin tones than it was random colors. These are my first Copics. I'm really excited to use them. So basically I'm taking the lightest color in the pack, which is EOO, and I'm just going over and shading everything. I found that it's much easier to shade things before I color in the entire face instead of trying to shade it in after I color it in, because then it looks blocky. Now I'm going in with my second darkest color, which is E11, and I'm going back over those shaded areas, just darkening those up a little bit. Now I'm going back into EOO and I'm just going to go over everything. I'm going to color everything in, which, by the way, isn't this so satisfying watching me color this all in? But yeah, I'll just shut up and let y'all enjoy this. Quiet time's over. I'm going into R20, which is the blush color, and I'm just giving her some cute little blush on her nose and her cheeks, so making her a real e-girl. Now I'm going into my darkest shade, which is E13, and I'm darkening everything up. I'm going all over the shadows. That's my shadow color. And after I'm done with the darker color, I go in with my medium color, which is E11, I believe, and I blend that out. And after that, I start to color in the lips. For the lips, I use R20 in my Copic set, and then in my Ohuhu set, I go in with 6, I believe, and I just darken that up. For the neck, I use the same 3 colors I used on the face, minus the blush, and I'm just using the same method I used on the face, which you can see here. Now, on to the hand. That's what we're coloring in now. Hands are very very tricky when they're this small, but I use, like I said, the same 3 colors, except this time I do use the blush. I use the blush on the knuckles. I typically do use blush on my more cartoony art like this. I'll put it on the elbows, shoulders, knees, face area like the blush and nose, and the knuckles. And no, I'm not talking about Knuckles from Sonic. God, I hate myself. Onto coloring in the shorts. For the shorts, I use Ohuhu markers, and I go into 76, which is an amazing dark wash jean color, by the way, for anyone wondering. And basically, I just go over the shadows because I found, once again, it's just so much easier to mark out the shadows first instead of just putting in the block color and then going in with the shadows. So I do that, and I usually go over the shadows quite a couple times before I actually block in the main color, just to make sure the shadows are really just there and noticeable. Also, to the pants, I added a little keychain, if you can't tell. And I added the little Taurus like symbol. Once again, I thought it was really satisfying watching me color in the shorts, so that's why I'm letting you guys watch this. After I color in the shorts, I always go back and I kind of deepen up and darken some of the shaded areas just to make sure it didn't get too blended out when I was adding the solid color to the shorts. By the way, I know that the lighting is horrible right now. I was coloring this in the afternoon. It was getting really dark, so I do put my drawing down for the night and I wait till the next morning to finish it, so the lighting does get better. Next morning, I was starting fresh. I decided to start in on this shirt, which I went in with 33 on, once again, my Ohuhu marker set. Now, for the shirt, you may be wondering, Hannah, why aren't you putting green or brown on a Taurus like everyone else does? Because everyone gives us poor Taurus brown or green colors. Well, there are other earthy colors than just green and brown. Unlike what most people apparently think when they're making some type of zodiac palette or drawing or whatever. Actually, there are many earthy colors, and one of those colors happens to be this goldy color, okay? So that's what I'm doing, and once again, I'm going in with the same method I was doing with the shorts and the skin. I basically shade everything in first and then I go in with the solid color. So I really love this color. I felt like it was so nice and it was a change from green and brown, which all of us Tauruses are put in. Calming myself down now, I have finished the shirt and I am moving on to the little bowl that she is holding. So I went in with an ohuhu color once again. I went in with CG2 and I just went and used the same method that I have on everything else where I'm shading it in first and then I go in with a solid color. After I'm done with the gray on the bowl, I went in with a purple. I'm pretty sure I used 84. May have been 83, but either way, I colored in the little stars with purple. Starting on the hair, I went into my Copics skin color set, and I used E13 for the lightest, I guess, highlights in the hair. And once again, like I have done with literally everything else, I am marking in the shadows first, and I just used that E13. I thought it was a really pretty color. And then after I'm done with E13, I'll go in with my second darkest shade, E15. And I'll use that to kind of darken up some of the shadows and such. And then after I'm done with that, I go back into E13 and I'll just color over everything, blend everything out. After I'm done with that, I'll go into my darkest shade, which is E18, and I'll darken up the shadows a little bit more. And it's pretty. I really liked how the hair turned out. I should also mention that I do layers on the hair, so even though I've already gone in with my 3 colors, I may go back in with E15, and then I'll go back in with E13, and then I'll go in with E18, and I'll just continuously blend that out until I'm happy with it. Because I try to always start lighter than I want it to be, because you can, darken up if you're not happy with how light it is, but if you go in too dark, you can't lighten it up. It's not easy to do that, and I would say it's pretty impossible to lighten up Copic markers, which are permanent markers. I just always go in with several layers and just gradually darken it up. Also, listen to that horrid squeaking. Ugh, I don't like that. Coming to the end of our drawing now, I added a little triangle behind her to add a little something something to the photo, and now I'm drawing in her constellation. I'm marking it out. I hid it partially behind her because I didn't know where else to put it. I thought about giving her a tattoo of her constellation, but I thought it just fit in with my Aries drawing better if I put it in like this, so I did. Now I'm going into 77 and I'm coloring the little triangle in the back of her. I picked this color because, for one, it's a very light shade, I feel like. And it also goes with yellow, and if you don't know anything about the color theory, yellow and purple go together really great. And so does orange and blue, which I thought that yellow was it was close to orange, so I don't know. I thought I was kind of proud with my color choices here because I felt like I really did the color theory justice. I've been learning about that recently because I feel like I'm not good with colors, but I'm pretty proud with this one, I'm not gonna lie. And then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Despite this loss, I picked myself up and I finished my drawing, and I love the final product. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this, and please tell me if you want to see more of these. Like, I can do one of these every month for each of the astrology signs that I am drawing that month. Also, this picture should be up on my Instagram, so if you want to go like that, you should probably do that. Also, I forgot to mention this in the video, but for the highlights and the little white spots that you see in my drawing, I do use a pin for that. I use the Jelly Roll by Sakura. You can get it on Amazon. It's really cheap. It comes with a 3-pack of different sizes. Really like it. I really recommend it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. Comment down below. or follow me on my socials, which should be linked in the down bar. I am out of breath. I'll see you guys another day, another time. Bye!